I've finally done it. Be me, 32-year-old male, successful IT career, own a house, 2 cars, 2 side gigs, make $120K per year salary and $55K per year side gigs. Find a cute 23-year-old who works at a gas station, barely making her bills. Invite her to dinner. 3 months later, we're living together. 1 year later, we're married. A little too fast there, OP. Have decent-sized at 6.5 long and crazy 6.5 girth. Girlfriend doesn't like as much as I do. She prefers every other night, mainly because I spent 10 years off to my brain is hardwired to it, making me last 45 to 60 minutes in bed. But lasting that long is a gift from God! No, it's not! Tell her I need 2 to 3 times per day to relieve the stress of being the breadwinner and paying for everything, and then I'm used to popping one off multiple times a day for that. Explain I could bust in 2 to 3 minutes watching prawns. So she puts on prawns and blows me. I nut in 2 minutes. After a solid year of being somewhat chore to her, and something I have to hope for, I now get gooned multiple times per day. I'll be at my office desk working. Next thing I know, she's walking in with a Danish cream and putting prawns on one of my monitors, hopping under my desk to stroke/blow me, then leaving my room. She even puts prawns on now when we screw and adds commentary. Look at her fat, sexy ass bouncing on that baby as I newt inside of her. When he it'd make me so happy. But that's not all. Fast forward 2 to 3 months. Wife is now a certified Gooner. Box full of vibrators, floodlights, plugs, poppers. Watches with me as we edge ourselves. Knows exactly how and when to make me crumb. I've been abstaining to make not last an hour, but I my brain up, so this is the solution. And I gotta say, I'm in heaven! Just wanted to post this to see how many other Gooners turn their wives/girlfriends into ball drainers with the use of prawns. So why is this picture, why did you link this picture? There's a lot of replies here. Way too many. So we're just gonna move on. Be me. Join DeviantArt to post drawing. Gallery is full of diaper, foot fetish, blueberry, and diaper, foot fetish, blueberry, inflation fetish arts. Don't care about it since I've seen much worse on 4Chan anyway. Post first drawing. Managed to get 2 favorites, which is not bad since I'm a beginner. Decide to browse the gallery by sorting by most recent. All images are memes consisting of 2 screenshots mashed together. They all have more favorite than my drawing despite being more recent. My face when I get mogged artistically by autists with freaky fetish. We got a reply from Bibbit. At this point, DeviantArt is just social media for severely autistic people. We got a reply to that. I've seen a fetish for magically removed mouths where people edit the mouths out of a picture of the woman or anime girl screen cap. Interesting. Be me. On vacation in Turkey. Hotel full of Russians. Russian women proof all the memes of them. Mostly pretty. Big chunk of them with giant wobbly tits. Always loud everywhere they go. A lot of them play Russian music on boxes and often have some clothing article with a Russian flag on them. Turn into turbo when drunk, looking for any foreign. What is Putin feeding them? I've never seen so many big horny women like that week. Is a trip to Russia worth it? When I visited Poland and Chechnya, I got similar results. Slav women in general are big hoops. I mean, it's good to travel all around. And these are fun perks of traveling, but you gotta be careful in some countries. You really do. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. But sometimes it is. She can't even look me in the eye. So long story short, a girl I was dating bragged to me that she hooked up with a black guy after our first date. He shocked her in the face and gave her a black eye. He shocked her in the face. You mean punched her? Did he taser her in the face and gave her a black eye?
No! In the face! In the face! No!
Which is why she didn't want to do anything for 2 weeks after our first date. So I told her she was f***ed in the head and walked away from her and blocked her. Wait a minute. This guy's posted on 4chan before. He was talking about how this goth girl tried to ruin his reputation. I think that's the name of the video. When I saw her in the gym a month later, she gave me a death stare, and I just looked back at her and walked past without saying a word. Then another time I saw her in the gym, she tried to flirt with one of my friends immediately. After I was done talking to him, he shot her down quickly. Then word got back to me that she's been telling everyone that I abandoned her. I always hear from other people that she's in the gym whenever I'm not there. She even started talking shit to another one of my friends last week. Nothing about me, just insulted him for no reason. Well, I saw her in the gym today. As soon as she saw me, she just looked down at the floor. Couldn't even look me in the eyes. Like, what's her deal? I'm glad I walked away because I'm now fully aware she's completely deranged and unhinged. But why all that? Why do all that after I walked away from her, and now she can't even look me in the eyes? Yes, this is the same Anon who posted a story about how Apparently, this woman that he's talking about is a goth chick, and she tried to ruin his reputation after he found out she's deranged, and then he curbed her. But I'm guessing this is a bit of an update. So now, I mean, they still go to the same gym, I'm guessing. It's just she can't look him in the eye anymore. Which, in the ape kingdom, you have the power. Women are just like this, Anon, especially younger women. Imagine a guy who could only make decisions based on how he feels. Take away his ability to have responsibility or accountability for his own actions. Make him 3 times more neurotic. You have that girl from the gym. Makes you wonder if the black guy from her story exists, and if he actually hit her or not. Look on the bright side, OP. The imaginary story she's telling about you at least is not a felony. Well, and maybe we'll see OP again if he's got any more crazy chick stories. Desperately try to find a boyfriend. Meet someone. We hit it off and I think that he's the one. Eventually he says something so foul and disgusting I snap out of it and have to remember he's a man. What's it that he said, OP? Also no, men and women suck. You're not better than him because you're a woman. Realize I simply convince myself that he is a good person. Ghost him / block him. Start drinking every night and gaining weight. Repeat this process with a different person every 2 weeks? Most guys on this site are complaining that they don't even get a chance. Yet you're going on a date with a different person every 2 weeks and you still can't make it work? You have the problem here. I am aware that I'm not gaining anything out of this, but I'm so lonely, bros. I need to sleep between someone else's arms. I will kill myself by the end of this year if I don't find a husband. Pathetic. Go ahead. Tell us of the foul things you heard. Excellent question, Anon. Let's see here. We gotta reply to that. The last one told me with total confidence that OF girls were worse than This is dumb, but it's funny. It was my first time talking to him sober because I struggle talking to people, especially men, over voice chat. After a week of getting to know each other, I told him when we met how a family member had attempted to me when I was 16. My voice cracked when I asked him if he was serious. He said he was. I mean, it's really not that bad. It's dumb, but come on. We gotta reply to that. OF girls were worse than just cringe enough to be based. Yeah, OP's overreacting. I very much like this image. Thank you for posting it. I would advise against drinking every night. That certainly won't help things a bit. I mean, it'll help you develop an addiction. I would also advise trying to mitigate the flood of emotions related to thinking someone is the one so quickly. Not so much as to become cold and cynical, but using reason, if such a thing is possible. And get luckier, that's really the ticket. Work on your fortune. Hate to break it to you, OP, but there is no the one. Getting into a romantic relationship with someone is a choice. It's work. It's pretty much a voluntary decision you make to ritualize your emotions. What I'm essentially trying to say is, you make someone the one. You don't fall in love. You don't stumble across your soulmate. You choose to put somebody in a certain position in your life, and you work to reinforce that. That's it. At most, this thing being an opportunity that falls in your lap, you must work to seize it and reinforce it, and to maintain it. And working on your fortune, if you mean by improving yourself and trying over and over again, then yeah, you're increasing your fortune, pretty much. We gotta reply to this reply. She just copied my thread, shaking my head.